Hello guys, in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to do RAG using ChatGPT and Claude and what is RAG. A quick overview of what RAG is. I'll go in deeper actually in my previous video that I will link below, but I'll give you a quick overview just so we understand what's going on, and I'll show you guys how to do it with ChatGPT and Claude, okay? So pretty much a RAG system is a system where you ask a question and it grabs extra data to help answer that question. That's all it is. It's essentially if I ask you, hey, where is Susie? And you have, or where does Susie live? And you have a notebook full of where everyone lives, and you look through the notebook and you figure out where Susie lives, and now you answer the question. Okay, it's question. So the information that goes in my brain is the question you have, and then plus the information of where Susie is. And imagine in my notebook, it says right here, Susie lives in Africa. Right? No, Susie lives in the northeast corner of Africa. Right? I would just answer back, Susie lives in Africa. Right? That answer I said is the output of the AI model. The question you asked, right, which is the user question, is where does Susie live, right, or where is Susie, right? The vector database in the situation is my notebook that has all information written down and organized, right? It's nice and organized, right? And now my brain processes this information. It processes your question and it processes the information I just read. And now my answer to you, let's say I'm the AI that responds, is she lives in Africa, right? And the augmented part, RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation, right? The augmented part is me giving a variation of the hard-coded thing. The hard-coded thing is that Susie lives in the northeast corner of Africa, but I didn't say that to you as my response. My response is she lives in Africa, right? That's the augmented part. I slightly modified the output from how it's written, right? I can say it a different way. I can say, oh, I believe she lives in Northeast Africa. I added the word believe in that sentence. I added, I think in that sentence. That's augmentation, right? Just to give you an idea what it is. The retrieval part is going through this database and searching, and the generation part is the output. Me saying my output of what the output that matches closer to the thing that you want me to answer. That's my output. That's the generation part. So that's RAG, right? So I'm gonna show you this. So I have this example data set of the cost of marketing soap for a soap making company, right? This is just how much they spend on advertising and marketing to their potential customers, to the whole market, right? So right here, we already downloaded this. So if you wanna, and link below is this file. So I have a file that's linked below in a Google Drive. Just download it. You can play with this too. It'll be a CSV if you like to use it. So I'm gonna click on this, right? Go to ChatGPT.com or go to claudia.com. I'll show you both. I'm gonna click on this to upload. And cost of soap manufacturing. Matter of fact, let me download it one more time just to make sure that I have saved it properly for you guys. So I'm gonna download as a CSV. Usually that's easier for the AI to understand. Okay, cost of marketing soap. So I'm gonna go here. Okay, Excel, open it up. Thank you, Excel. Yes, cool. So I'm gonna go to add files, add photos, cost of marketing soap. Click on this to upload it. So now ChatGPT has the data, right? It can be bigger than this, and you might have sheets and stuff like that. Be aware if you have sheets. So if you're referring to something, tell it, oh, in sheet 2 and sheet 3, or the name of the sheet if you rename the sheet, right? If you rename it pop or whatever, something like that, right? So just to give you an idea of what you might name this sheet, and then ChatGPT, this model is able to understand the column names, like, oh, the channel column, the cost range column, the details column, right? It knows these things. You can tell the row that you're talking about, right? So you can get a detail with this. So I want to ask it, let's see, let me ask it a question involving this. How much would MailChimp cost us? How much would MailChimp cost us? Cool. MailChimp is a marketing email tool. And it answers your question. Now, Now, you see how that's a raw answer? Now, if we did prompt engineering, so the core of the RAG system is prompt engineering. So the text from the vector database plus the user question together is prompt engineering. And prompt, you can add in some extra stuff in there too to make it even more effective of a prompt, right? So let's say I'll start from scratch. I'll do the same thing. I'll click on this, then I'll upload this file. How much would it cost us to use MailChimp based on this document? Please answer with one sentence. Right? Now I give it more information, more context of what I want. I prompt engineered this even more, and boom, I got a simple answer to my question, right? And this is the core of how RAG systems work. Okay, now let's try Claude. Claude, same thing. Go to Claude.ai. This is my favorite one. I think Claude is better in certain situations, but it's always good to try different models if one's not working the way you want it. So I'll upload this one. I'm just very biased towards Claude because it works really well. Now I'm back to a different question. Let's ask it. Let's ask it. Which channel involves blogs? Right. I see right here. This has the word blog. I want to know which channel. This is the channel column. I want to know which channel involves the word blog. Which channel involves the word blog? Let me be more realistic. Which channel uses blogs? Cool. So I have a very naked prompt, I would say, right? Where it's very basic, very naked, and there's not much prompt added to it. So it's not well prompt engineered. But the output is actually, and this is what I was telling you guys, the output still came out relatively clean compared to ChatGPT's response, right? So it just depends on the model sometimes how they operate. And yes, the models operate random. In this situation, Claude AI could have done way worse than ChatGPT because both models can have errors and mistakes sometimes, okay? So, and this actually, I think it's wrong. Hold on, is it wrong? Where's this data at? Cost channel, no, it was wrong. Look what, hey, listen, I said it, wait. Oh, actually, no, it's right. I'm wrong. Hey, human error, I'm only human. Cool, but that's just an example of how to use Claude and ChatGPT to do basic RAG, right? You can attach databases potentially to this as well, right? If you notice below, you can add, actually, where was it? It was Claude that had that. If you notice, Claude can go through your Google Drive. Google Drive itself is technically kind of like a database essentially, so you can technically attach Google Drive to this and search through Google Drive. And let's say you have some code in GitHub, which is kind of like a database as well. You can search through your GitHub, right? So that's just an example, and it would do this doing RAG, okay? So that's just the best way to explain how RAG is set up. But if you would like to learn AI from me personally, one-on-one, if you want me to help you integrate AI into your business, give you just a plan, if you have a question about AI involving a business idea or just anything in general, how to get into it, stuff like that, please reach out to me. My email is linked below. My website is also linked below. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video, and I really appreciate you guys. Peace.